Let's face it, you're not a flawless individual. And my question to you is, do you know how to make yourself a better individual? The fact of the matter is that no guy on this planet is without flaws. We all have flaws and weaknesses that make us who we are. It's referred to as being human. What's more, just because it's an unattainable goal to achieve doesn't mean you shouldn't aim for perfection in all you do. After all, it's preferable to go the additional mile and fail at the final hurdle than to remain where you are and accept mediocrity in life. To be successful both professionally and personally, you must know how to improve yourself and become the greatest man you can be. This applies to both work and personal life. In order to answer this question, I want you to consider what elements of your life you wish you were more adept at managing. What is the state of your relationship with your significant other? How are you seen by your coworkers at your place of employment? You're slightly overweight and want to better your physical appearance as well as your health. Self-improvement is something that is unique to each individual. So what is the best way to figure out what you need to work on in your own life? I'm going to be of assistance and teach you about the many various ways you may alter your lives and become a high-value guy by providing you with a wealth of information. Number 4, develop a sense of purpose in your life. The first major mistake that guys make is that they do not have a clear sense of direction in their lives. Everyone, whether he is a young man starting his first job or the CEO of a multi-million-dollar corporation, should have a goal that he hopes to attain by the end of the current calendar year. Sure, the objectives of a young man just starting out in his professional life may differ from those of a mature man who has already accomplished a great lot in his life. However, the thing about having a goal is that it is not the objective itself that distinguishes a great guy from a mediocre one. Personal standards and a drive to always improve upon what you currently have in your skill set are required for having a sense of direction and purpose in life. A high-value guy with a purpose recognizes his accomplishments, strives to correct his defects, and maintains high personal standards at all times, regardless of the situation. Number 3, demonstrate resilience, which is a high-value man trait. A man must be able to stand up for his family, his colleagues, and himself at all times. Now, I'm not referring to physical strength in this context. Benching PS 225 is certainly remarkable, but it will not necessarily benefit you when it comes to your success as a man, despite the fact that it is. I'm referring to emotional and social strength, which is simply the ability to maintain your composure in the face of adversity and persevere through difficult times rather than cowering in fear and despair. Knowing how to develop yourself in this manner is a fantastic beginning point for the majority of men out there. It is not necessary to become Superman overnight. Rather, it is necessary to strive towards developing a resilient frame of mind. Perhaps you wish to assist your wife in navigating difficult times at work. Perhaps you want to establish yourself as a rock in your church so that people can turn to you when the going gets tough. While the manner in which resilience manifests itself is not the primary concern here, the fact remains that a man should be capable of displaying courage when the situation calls for it, for the most part. Gentlemen, keep your heads high and work through your challenges with dignity and strength. Number 2. Effective communication. A high-value man is able to communicate effectively, which entails reading the room and understanding what is and isn't appropriate. Communicative etiquette in order to avoid misunderstandings, among other things. If you can't communicate effectively, then it will affect your care on social life. Here's an excellent set of guidelines to follow. Keep office conversation to a bare minimum. Everything should be entirely business. If there is a misunderstanding, always apologize and kindly clarify your intention. Make sure to communicate properly and correctly and whenever you're speaking with someone you don't know very well. Number 1. Ability to foster healthy relationships. A toxic relationship is one of the most damaging things a man may be in for his mental health. When it comes to other people's emotions, we have a tendency to be quite impressionable as human beings. In fact, according to the psychologists and Fisher's paper Emotional Mimicry, why? And when we mimic emotions, it is possible to mimic the following emotions. It is believed that the perception of a specific emotion display results in the copying of that emotion presentation, an issue for any man who strives to be the finest version of himself, can arise as a result of this. You may be the most upbeat person on the block, but if you surround yourself with negative people in bad relationships, it's likely that you'll begin to feel some of the negative emotions that they are experiencing. What is the most effective strategy to avoid this? Simple. Make sure that all of your relationships are healthy and provide emotional benefit to both parties to become a high-value man. You must first understand how you may improve yourself by a careful analysis of your relationships. The following are examples of actionable measures that could be taken to help reach this understanding. Maintain as much positivity as possible in your talks. Engage in connections that make you feel good about yourself and your life. Don't be hesitant to use your positive outlook to encourage people to feel better about themselves.